let's go look at some of the rocks I moved. I should probably cut this into 2 videos, so I might. So, obviously what you're seeing here, all this white rock, is something they brought over to me in the previous videos. My driveway used to be about half that wide, but my lovely wife realized that with a tractor I can do some fairly advanced, or at least bulk, landscaping, and oh my goodness, can this thing do that. This was, well, there was already I would say probably 4 yards of this stuff, but it was only strictly in the driveway, and then I had 4 or 5 feet over here and maybe 7 to 10 foot over there. But they brought in 14 yards of this stuff, and I've only done, I think Google said around 100-foot range for this. I could be wrong on that one. I initially did a Google measurement from the gate opener right there all the way to my front door, because I was looking at installing a line that opens the garage door and the gate door all at the same time from within the house, and I wasn't happy with running an ugly wire all the way from there to the house, so that got put into indefinite hold. And then during that time I was able to find a wireless gate opener that just works, and so I've integrated that into my house system here. But I'm getting off topic. So most of these really well weathered rocks have been here since before we did, but this stuff here and there and there and there, we all moved, and these are the little ones, which would be a nightmare to do by hand given their location and the fact that I had to dig them up because they were under big rocks, which we have put over here. A hose got pulled out of the way because we were pressure washing them, because most of these rocks, you can kind of see the weathering pattern here. They were that deep in the ground, and that was one of the top ones. That was one that I think we could only see like 4 inches of the top, and then, you know, some little rocks here, a barred rock right there, but I didn't have to move that barred rock with the tractor. It moves on its own. Don't you, barred rock? Yes. This guy here, and then I think this one might be the biggest rock we moved. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. This guy here, I can rock him because he's not flat on the ground, but that's a hell of a rock. All of these guys were buried almost completely. I believe that what happened was they broke a lot of this rock up to lay our... Gotta fight. Settle down over there, making a video. So these rocks, I believe, were broken off of the hilltop to place my house, and so they needed a place to dump them, and the backyard apparently looked like an attractive target for that. So most of these guys were just unceremoniously dumped right alongside where my fence in the back there is. And so, nice house, and then a pile of rocks, and then the guy that lived here before us, that was the initial occupant as the house was new, went ahead and had sheep, and they made dirt that covered all of these rocks. And this is my guess for what happened there. And so we have these crazy, huge, and kind of odd placed rocks, and we've been flipping them out with the 2 series, and it has been doing an amazing job. So I think the end goal here is put some cement down so that they all stick to each other and stick to the ground and kind of look like a uniform retaining wall. And then I'm going to just keep on filling up the driveway here with this rock until it's so deep that it doesn't disappear and it stays on the surface, at which point it will start getting buried by these guys that are overhead. Really pretty trees, and then some not so pretty trees, and that's a oak and then a peach tree. What a weird best buddy partner in growth there. And that's a orange tree. No, lemon. That's a lemon tree. So I'm getting some serious stuff done out here. Heck, I even have, of course this isn't related to the tractor, and it's probably a different video right here. Put some holes in my gate up here and installed a Ring camera. Does a pretty good job. I need to get a patch on that and weld it shut. But when we first arrived here, you had to move this gate by hand, and the gate's, I mean, you don't have to lift it up, it's on a track. It's actually got a little metal runway track there. And but without it, I would reckon this thing is probably 400 pounds, maybe more. Actually, I'm almost certain more. It's very, very heavy. It ran off the track once, and I needed a little bit of assistance to just push it back onto the track. So yeah, the end goal there was not to make my wife and daughter pull this gate open and closed, which took a little effort. So we installed this guy, and that rust that you see on top and right here and right there came out of a hole right there that I made, because I found that this box beam in the middle that had been welded together like that had been holding almost completely full with water. So anaerobic environment, probably all kinds of nasty things in there. Oxidizing bacteria, for example. But this guy here has been really, really helpful, and then I've just kind of kept on making changes here. So I installed this guy. If I know how to open it, there it goes. Put a little GFCI out here so I can plug stuff in. And this guy's actually got a hole in the back, goes all the way up to that Ring camera, so I've got a GFCI. This was an older setup. I had originally done this guy because